Mrs. Pringle, would you take Maxwell back, please?
Of course.
Oh, and Maxwell, I appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, well, it might be best to keep the male officers away from our section, at least until the women have calmed down.
That's been taken care of.
Asking the women how to do your job now. You'll have them running the place next.
What do you want?
This rubbish about the woman in solitary. I believe there's allegations that my men had something to do with it.
Well, did they?
Of course not. They were nowhere near the pound. I believe the duty officer was one of yours. That new boy, what's his name? Adams.
That doesn't mean other officers with keys didn't have access during the night.
Oh, I see. Protect your own and blame the visitors. There's not even any proof that she was raped.
How do you know?
I don't go off half-cocked, Mrs. Reynolds. I've spoken to the nursing sister.
Then you'll also know that we're expecting further tests to be done when the police surgeon gets here.
You're wasting your time. After that incident with Mullins, there'll be cries of rape every time one of your women passes a man, officer or prisoner.
There won't be, because I'm stopping all contact.
Oh, excellent idea. I suggested it myself yesterday.
And I want all your officers to give detailed accounts of their movements last night.
I suppose if I'd been on duty, I'd be on your hit list as well.
At the top.
Would you care to repeat that in front of the minister?
The minister knows what I think of you. Now get me that report on your officers.
You'll keep.
Bastard.
Lorelei, I didn't know that this was going to happen.
You set me up to solitary.
I had no idea.
Why are you really here? So you can force me into dropping the charges?
Of course not. I came to see
you
if
and Craven make a great pair. You don't care who you hurt as long as you get what you want.
you should rest.
You know what? When I first came here, I was really glad that you were here. I couldn't understand why all the other girls hated you so much. And now I know.
If I had known that this was going to happen, I would never have sent you to solitary, believe me. Sorry.
Well, the governor said they were conducting an investigation and she'd let me know when they find out who it was.
Geez, I've heard that before. If they'd let one of us visit her, we could find out and then teach the mongrels a lesson.
Let the screws handle it. Otherwise, we'll all end up in trouble.
They were the ones who raped her.
Yeah, I still reckon it was that pig-faced
He
Craven.
wasn't there. I heard Adams was on duty.
Your kid needed an instruction book.
Oh, he didn't need an instruction booklet when he bashed me.
Well, if he done it, then we got to make him stop.
Yeah, let's beat the crap out of him.
Kath, you remember I told you about that Mr. Richards, how he used to try and do stuff that he wasn't supposed to? Well, the only way I could make him stop was to biff him.
Yeah, well, that's how you end up back in jail again.
They're all the same. Give men a bit of power and it goes straight to their heads.
No, that's because they're screws, not because they're blokes. Some of them are all right.
Maxwell and Jones, come with me, please.
Mrs. Pringle, did you find out who done it to Laurie yet?
Mrs. Reynolds is conducting the investigation. Come along, you two.
Where are we going?
Shopping.
Oh, beauty! Outside again. Kath, come on, because we're going to get changed.
Are you taking us out?
No. Mr. Adams is waiting at the security gates.
Is Mungle too scared to come up here, is he?
It's enough, Jenkins. Where's Connors?
She had to go to the loo.
All right, everyone, back to work.
Hey, Merle, you remember what I said. Biff, bam, you give it to him. Waiting for you, Ferguson. Oh, you're going to pay for what happened to Laurie.
I had nothing to do with it!
Fool! You put her on that trumped-up charge so those mongrels could get to her. I didn't think you were low enough to have her raped.
I didn't!
Then who fixed it? You tell me you died. Bet I'll kill you.
Craven? That bastard! He warned you, Connors.
Who's next?
I don't know. Now get this thing off me!
Right. You tell him I'm dropping the allegation. But you make it real clear I'm settling the score personally. And it's going to be a lot more slow and painful than anything Laurie or Bongo went through.
Crazy Connors. He'll have you before you get a chance.
If you've got a decent bone left in your body, you fix it so I can see Laurie.
I've questioned all the Blackmore officers. They've all got alibis by the other Blackmore officers.
Surely it couldn't be the prisoners.
Only if one of the officers let them in. Adams isn't flat because he thinks he's going to be blamed.
Oh, do you think that he is capable?
He's still a suspect, of course, but I believe he's telling the truth. But I want him kept away from the women until they cool down.
Oh, where is he now?
I sent him out with Maxwell and Jones to get supplies for the shop. Do you think Wilkinson could be making it up?
Well, we'll know for sure once the police surgeon examines her. She had me convinced, though, when we talked to her. Especially that bit about wanting to have a shower. Well, what's your next step?
I'd like to talk to Wilkinson again. I thought when Craven stormed in to defend his officers, it was very rehearsed. And their alibis were just as perfect.
Right, well, I'll come with you.
Will you be quiet?
I was only singing because I was happy.
Not hurting anyone.
Yeah, well, it's annoying me.
You're not going to hurt me, are you, like you did Laurie?
Look, I didn't touch Lorelei. I suppose all you women think I did do it. That's why Mrs. Reynolds wants to get me out of the way.
Well, I'd be real wild if someone touched me like that, because I just reckon it's...
Well, you're
dirty.
safe, Jones, because I'm not going to touch you.
Well, don't count the magazines for me, please.
Look, I'm sick and tired of being blamed for everything that goes wrong in this prison. I think it's another one of the women's jokes. Let's get Rodney again. Ha ha.
Well, I don't think you did it.
Well, there's no proof that she even was raped. I think she's trying to get at me.
Give me a day or two and I'll calm the women down. By then, Mrs. Reynolds might have found out exactly what happened.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, she made the whole thing up.
How did you get up here?
I had a quiet word to the freak. Oh, Laurie, are you going to be all right?
They won't let me have a shower, Reed. What? No, there's no point. I mean, I've got to wait till I see the police doctor. They need proof.
Truth, they've only got to look at you to tell them.
Oh, I know, I look dreadful. See, I tried to fight them off and it only made it worse. And there was just nothing that I could do.
You're safe now. I've dropped the charges against Craven. Oh, Laurie. If I'd known this was going to happen.
Oh, no, don't read, please.
Do you know who did it?
No, I don't know.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to find out for you. They're going to wish they'd never been born.
Oh, be careful, Reed. If Craven's behind this, he might...
His number's already up because of what he did to Bongo. You just leave it to me. Is there anything we and the girls can do?
Will you stay here a little longer and hold me? I was so afraid last night. Oh, Reed, I thought they were going to kill me.
I don't need any more proof. It's time we got the minister in to sort out this mess.
Look, Ferguson said we're not to sell contraband to the men. It can't be any clearer than that.
Yeah, well, I'm getting sick of taking orders from her. She's the one making all the money while we take all the risks.
Look, a zoo!
That's a pet shop move.
Well, if you get caught, you're on your own. I've stuck my neck out for the last time.
Can I buy some animals because I've got my pocket money?
No, now look, we have to wait here for a while and then we're going back to the prison, all right?
So just go and look.
No, will you stop being a
For
nuisance,
God's
please?
sake, go and play with the bloody things, but don't wander off, okay?
Look, I'll buy extra supplies when our contact arrives. Ferguson need never find out.
I don't like it. It's risky enough waiting around here for a pickup anyway.
Don't start getting cold feet now, Rodney. We're both in over our heads.
You just watch your tongue, young man.
Yeah, but I only want one of them.
You haven't got any money, I can't sell you a mouse. It's simple as that.
Yeah, go in a dead dog.
Bloody kids! I don't teach them respect anymore.